What the fuck are you doing?
I'm fucking. I don't know.
Pissing me off is what you're doing, and we've not even fucking started yet. Hey guys, welcome back to the Eclectic ADHD podcast. I'm your host B, and this is your co-host Dakota, who is on mute because he is eating and drinking milk raw. Grab a cuppa, get comfy, and enjoy the chaos. Just raw dog and milk out here. Who the fuck does that?
Would you shut up and let me drink my milk? God damn it!
Okay, so we got quite a few talent. Well, I say quite a few, it's like bare minimum, but here we are, because the people that watch the podcast don't like to get involved and tell us your embarrassing stories.
Assholes.
Prudes. No.
I'm not. Fuck you.
Who do you want to be with right now?
I mean, like, relationship-wise?
I think it just means in general. Who do you want to be with right now?
You. If it means, like, just company-wise?
David Tennant. Company-wise, David Tennant. I would love to have a cup of tea with David Tennant. But, like, in general, be with, obviously, Dakota. In a relationship, Dakota. It's a very broad question.
It's a very specifically broad question, though.
I can't get
over. There's only, like, 3 or 4 different categories it can go in.
I really don't like how you're eating a Jimmy John's sandwich with milk.
It's got hot peppers in it.
I don't care. I would have milk after if I felt I needed it. A cold sandwich with milk.
Yeah.
They're like a shit Subway.
Yeah, but this is a wrap.
The thought of...
I would like to be around B and Poppy. Her cute little shift-brain dog.
She's so intelligent. She has selective hearing and she knows how to fucking use it. I've had her in my bed all day. Well, not all day. Once I got home from fixing up my nana's room, which I'm still in the process of, by the way. Let me know if you guys want me to do a time lapse of painting. I was filling in holes today. My nana wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. When I'm doing things, I like to be left alone to do my fucking thing. But my nana was, "What's that? What's that?" I don't know, Nana. It's your room. Get out! I get very overwhelmed very quickly. What was I speaking about? Oh yeah, but Pop, when I got home, I shaved her because she just stank like piss, and I've washed her consistently, and she just stinks, so I shaved her fur off. She's at an acceptable fur length that she doesn't smell now. And so she's very cold because it's winter. So I let her in my bed, and she just kept like whining at me. So I went and I got her food. She ate it. She came in, walked right to the bed, sat and looked at me and went, and then turned and walked away. And I was like, "Poppy, come here, baby, come here." She turned, stopped at the edge of the fucking doorway, you guys. Stopped at the fucking edge and just looked back at me. Just looked back at me and just went. and just carried on fucking walking. A stupid dog doesn't do that. That's Miranda from The Devil Wears Prada in a fucking dog. Okay? She used to run Vogue. Okay? That's who's in Poppy, because what I feel like I need to change my fucking closet now. I feel so judged. The fuck is that?
And then, so this is not like a repeat. This is not like a one-time thing either. This
No,
has happened
every day.
over the last 4 years.
It's every day.
And she,
I've got Miranda Priestley's soul in my dog.
and the funniest one was we had just gotten back from somewhere. And you were like all excited, and she was all excited that we were back, and you sat down like, "Come here, Poppy, come here," and she just stopped, sat, looked at you, judged you, turned, walked, and just jumped up onto my lap.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care if you fucking fed me. I want him. Okay? He is mine. You suck. Go fill my fucking food bowl, you peasant. And
I was in trouble that day. I don't even know what I did wrong, but I was
No. You want to know when he was in trouble, right? So this was the first time he came over, the first time that we were ever spending time together. It was day 3. Day 3. You know, when you're long distance, have been for a year, and you're now in person, you expect to be glued at the hip, sitting on the same couch, cuddling on that couch, watching movies, kissing, holding hands, everything. No, I walk into the sitting room expecting him to be sat in a chair that could, potentially sit both of us. No, he is in the 3-seater hugging Poppy. So I sit in the single chair expecting him to go, "Come sit here, baby." No, he was just, "Oh, Jeepu, I just love you." And I just sat, I have video evidence of this, by the way, and I asked him in the video, "Do you just fucking hate me? What, do you just love my dog more than me?" He's like, "No, you chose to sit over there." I'm like, "Well, I don't feel welcome in this threesome that we've apparently got. Who the fuck is this bitch? I'm gonna rehome her." The fuck? It just, oh. I love Poppy very, very dearly. She is like my soul dog. But Christ, she's a bitch.
Only to you.
Only to me. When Alyssa... I'm gonna have to edit that out. Mm-hmm. When my niece comes over, right up to my niece, like, that's her favourite fucking person. Bitch, I didn't get that fucking greeting. I get clawing at the door to get let out of the kitchen, and then she just looks at me and then just goes rubs her entire fucking body along my carpet to put hair everywhere. That's all I get. And then hair in my tea sometimes. It's like, oh, thanks. Can't wait to shit that out later. The fuck? Yuck. In your opinion, is it okay to not have a lot of friends? I think I answered that one. That was... yeah. Are you afraid of roller coasters?
No,
Yes.
I love them.
Okay. Now this is gonna get a wee story time for Turkey. I was more of a water slide person. What?
Oh, you just froze and like went all staticky.
Oh, okay. I was heavy on the past tense here. I was a water park person over a roller coaster. I don't like heights, and I don't like the thought of loop-de-loops. I've never been on a loop-de-loop, but I think I would shit myself and die. It's just not something that I think I would enjoy. I like the caterpillar at Cadona's. I know that that's a kid's ride, but it's my favourite fucking thing ever. Okay? The highest it goes is like 15 metres, it's fine. That seems really high. It might actually be, though. You're riding in a caterpillar that goes through an apple, okay? It's very friendly. It's very autism friendly. I love the fact that I can sit in a caterpillar, okay? Now, Water parks, however, I loved water parks. I loved everything about them. They're a bit grim and gross. I don't think they're very clean. Water parks, however, were my go-to. I loved it until I got to Turkey. We found a water park that was 15 minutes away from our hotel. We go down one slide, it's fine. We get those little like inflatable rings that you sit in. We get the double one. All right. You know those water slides that are like a black hole and then they do the trippy things down? So it looks cool. Well, we're getting in one that comes with a warning. Okay. I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. You know? Because water slides aren't, like, you can't see how high you are. You're just in a slide. It's fine. I like it because you're enclosed, you're safe. I do have a little bit of fear that if a bolt came loose and you can just fucking fall, but it's fine. We start going down this. They say, don't move, don't do anything to make it go faster, just sit there and enjoy it. So we were like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here fucking trying to do loop-to-loops in a flume ride, am I? So, we're going down. Goes that way. We kind of go up the side a little bit and we're like, okay, that's fine, that's so fun. We go down. We hit another curve. We're like, Jesus, that was a bit high. We hit another curve, Bairns. We hit another curve. And we flip. I flip and I hit the front of my head. My glasses go flying up the flume. Up, not down. My sister was behind me. Okay, she's now out of the floaty thing and she's just sat up going down this fucking ride. I'm on my belly going down backwards. I'm freaking out because I just hit my head. I know how serious that is and I immediately felt sick. Immediately. I knew I was concussed. I'm freaking out because also now I'm blind. I cannot see where I'm going and I'm in a dark vortex with trippy shit going on around me. I was very confused. We get out, okay? A flush of water comes up because we've hit the bottom. We get out. I'm shaking like a fucking leaf because I just hit my head. This guy, Mario, she's like, we fell out and he was like, that's okay. Are you okay? That's all that matters. He was so chill, so mellow, didn't give a fuck. Was just, are you okay? It's are you okay? And I was like, just shaking, dissociating. And this motherfucker, Mario's like, we floaties stuck up in the thing, the flume. And he's like, it's okay. We'll get it out. Are you okay? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It's okay. And Mario looked at me and was like, are you okay? And I was like, if one more fucking goddamn person asked if I'm okay. I've hit my head, I feel dizzy, and I feel sick. And very sleepy. Okay? I either need to go home and take a nap and go into a coma, or we need to leave. And Mario's like, okay, well, why don't we just go down one more ride? We'll go down the slidey one, you know? That one? That doesn't require a ring. You can't go more than one way down that. It's just straight shot, okay? So we get that's the tallest one they have, by the way. We get up. Toddlers are going down it. I get to the top and I start, like, my vision is going in and out to the bottom of this fucking thing. And I start freaking out. I'm having a panic attack at the top of the slide. And Mario's gone. Okay, we were sat next to each other and she's just gone. And I'm like... just staring at the bottom of this long-ass, tall-ass slide. I'm freaking out, okay? I'm not having a good time, but I face my goddamn fears and I go, it's just a fucking slide. So I go down it and I'm having a panic attack all the way fucking down. It feels like I'm taking an hour to go down this fucking slide. And it's too fast at the same time. I feel like I took fucking speed and weed at the same time, okay? Everything is slow and fast. It's terrifying. And I hit the bottom, and bearing in mind, I'm not tall enough to reach the bottom of any of these pools in Turkey. Not a single one. So I go in, and I cannot touch the bottom to push myself up. I can swim, it was fine. I got up, I'm panicking, someone comes in behind me and hits me on the head.
Oh, baby.
Because someone...
about that one.
Someone came down the slide too quickly. It was their heel, so it wasn't that bad. It was a bit hard, but I was like, I'm done. I am done. We're gonna go sit in the wave pool, and I'm done. So I get out, me and Mario sit down on a sunbather, one of the waterproof ones. And I'm sat there shaking like a leaf, trying not to fall asleep, and I feel nauseous. And I turn to look at Mario, she's just sunbathing, trying to get all the water droplets off her so she doesn't get a water droplet tan. And she's just like, oh, I love turkey. And I'm like, I want to go fucking home. I want to go home and do the flume rides and the click 'em in, okay? I want my baby slide back, okay? I want to go to Cadona's and ride on the cat pillar, okay? Like, I just fucking hated it.
Oh, God.
So we sat in the shit fuck off wave pool. And that's a story of why I no longer like any source of activities or entertainment. I'm a museum gal now, okay? I like a nice calm walk through a museum. In matters of fact, just drop me off in a forest and I'll have the fucking day of my life. Just don't put me to either of those places. Oh. And then I had you being like, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep. And then Dad being like, just take a nap. Just take a nap. And I'm like, okay, do I listen to the person who has medical experience here, or do I listen to my partner who's afraid that I will go into a coma? I listened to myself and was like, I'm not going to sleep in the middle of the day. I'm going to go outside and sunbathe. That's who I listen to. I listen to myself. Do you think any friends are lying to you?
Well, seeing as I don't have any friends and all I have is you. Yes.
God damn it, you've caught me!
You secretly like drinking milk too, don't you?
I do, actually. I do like drinking milk. It's not the fact that you're drinking milk. I'm after the milk incident of 22.
Oh, we're not talking about that.
We're not. I will not talk about that personal business, but the milk incident of 22. You drinking milk out of a jar does not bother me. Okay, I drink milk out of the jug because I'm the only person in this house, and if I was living over there, we would both drink out of the jug. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. But what I don't condone is the cold sandwich in the milk. That's what's getting me. That's.
What's the difference between the cold sandwich and cold water?
And not only that, the fact that it's a wrap as well. Wraps are inherently slimy if you get too much liquid in it. And knowing that you're drinking a very thick liquid, I know that shit was like a pate in your mouth. And that is horrific. Even the crunch is gone. It's just all thick.
I added croutons to it so that it would do that.
All my friends are lying to me. Or do I think any of them are?
Do you think?
I only have one friend, so you don't count. I only really have one friend, I would say. And that's, well, we all know who that is. Because all my other people are I classes. Oh no, but
Why are you struggling so much?
Because there's so many
friends, or are they not?
Well, there's so many people like my little sister. I call her my little sister, but she's also technically a friend.
She's a friend.
She's a friend. Okay. No, those two people are not lying to me. They couldn't lie to me if they tried.
So hang on. I thought the first friend was the little sister.
Mm-mm.
Who the fuck's the other friend?
The one that comes over.
You're gonna need to explain that to me later on. When we're
My twin flame.
Isn't that the little sister?
No, the little sister is Ginger.
What
with
the fuck?
With the dead dad jokes.
I don't remember. You're gonna have to remind me after the podcast.
How fucking rude! She's our biggest supporter. Oh my god.
I'm sorry if you're listening. I'm sorry. I don't remember your name. A lot has been going on.
He's lying. He's had a very mundane life, okay? He just chooses not to. Hate him.
A mundane life.
A mundane life.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
A new hand. Where did you get your nickname from? You go first and then I'll go first. I'm assuming it's just our handles.
Yours says your last name on it.
But everyone knows my last name.
I just now noticed that. Okay, well,
King Kota.
that is because of my name and the, whole theme of my streams that I had at one point that I'm not doing anymore.
But you will.
I will. Eventually I'll pick it back up, but I'm just not in the mood for it right now. So it's just really just a combination of my name and the theme for my stream, because everyone's got their own theme. I mean, you know, I'll give you an
It's just a
example.
handle.
Ninja. That's not his name. That's just what his gamer that's just what his gamer tag was.
Yeah, but it's a nickname. They're wanting to know how you came up with that. You have no idea? Oh my god, when we first got together, we called each other our king and queen. He called me his queen, I called him his king, and that kind of stuck with him. Because throughout our relationship, whenever we've had problems and we resolve them, we each say thank you for helping the other, like, resolve the issue. And quite a few times, more than I can count, we've always said, I'll always help you fix your crown. That's where the king comes from. Good Christ, man.
I forgot that you called me king.
It's been a
so
fucking while.
sorry.
You've been more of a peasant lately, I'm not gonna lie.
You're not
Point-
wrong.
Point proven. That was the point. Dramatic having us. Why did you just open?
My ADHD said, "Hey, look, an open drawer. Let's close it. No, let's open it."
What the fuck? My nickname is like the Hive System, although it's not a nickname. It is our name that we don't mind being called. The Hive System comes from our DID. Most systems you'll come across will have a name. It's just easier, especially if you tell your close ones and they don't know who you are. They can just go, "Oh, Hive." Like a friend that I know will just call me Hive instead of B or whoever's out. It's just easier for some people. Our nickname came from us as a system. They thought it'd be really funny if they called us the Queen Bee system, but we were all like, no, let's not do that. That's just cringy as fuck. And then they were all like, well, hold on, your name is Bee and you're the host, so we're pretty much like your worker bees. Sorry, there was a fly. And apparently if I smack a table, my lamp goes off. And so they were like, okay, so we're kind of like your little worker bees. Since you're the host, you kind of tell us what to do. So they came up with the Hive System. Yeah. Just kind of... My other nickname was Queen Bee, but I don't really go by that. I think that was a bit cringy, but it also kind of fits. How many times a day do you look in the mirror? Once, when I'm getting ready, making sure that my outfit's okay.
Oh, I check myself out every time I take a shower, too.
I check you out too.
I know you do. Whore.
Huh? Do you have a favorite store? Yes.
I used to.
My favorite store of all fucking time. And I've never been in it. but I know it's my favourite. Target. I have a physical, spiritual calling to just go in Target and have a look at the plant section. And the home section. The amount of decorations.
Why?
I just think it's gonna fit my vibe. Especially, well, we can only go once a year, so we're really gonna have to start like a savings fund for my once a year Halloween Target visit to decorate.
No, it's fucking, god damn it.
Do you not want the house to be nice?
Oh, I do, but why Target?
Well,
Party City is better stuff.
No! Spirit Halloween, you cretin.
Oh, okay,
But no,
Spirit Halloween.
I want Target for all of the like home stuff. That's more practical. But then Spirit Halloween for the little spooky decorations.
That's the more expensive category for the home stuff.
I know it is. My bensive.
You're very pensive, and I love you.
Do you have an example of one of your weaknesses? Not fucking telling you.
I ain't saying fucking. I ain't fucking telling you a goddamn thing.
I'll tell you a weakness that I don't mind people knowing. His dad voice. Don't. Sit. Back. Now.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit!
She's panicking. She's panicking. We're witnessing it, folks. She's panicking.
Oh, fuck you. I bet you're an introvert.
When where?
What?
You said fuck you. I said when and where.
Oh, I heard when underwear. It's like, when underwear? Tuesday. Would you rather go for a coffee date or a night out at the bar? Coffee.
Coffee.
A bar date sounds fucking horrendous. Why would you? No. Every time I hear the Capybara song, I think of you. But also, thank you for doing what you're doing and sharing your DID online. It makes me feel less alone. Were you scared to share online when you made your first video? When I made my first video 2 years ago, or was it a year ago? I can't remember anymore. I didn't really think about it. I didn't know that DID was such a big thing on TikTok. I didn't know that there was a whole Wonderland system thing going on. I wasn't on that side. I just posted a video. And that video got a lot of hate, like so much hate, very quickly, and I didn't expect it to. That's why my account is as big as it is because of the hate. And I think a lot of people hated it was because the camera was in the same position and we were wearing the same clothes. But what I don't think a lot of people understand about that is that it was a rapid switching session and we didn't have time to pick up the camera and do all this, and they don't understand that we edited it. Scared wasn't really what I felt when I posted it. It was after a couple videos when I got a not very nice person who was actually turned into a stalker and was messaging my family members and threatening my family members, that I began to feel unsafe and scared. Luckily, but the thing is, it wasn't immediate family, it was a cousin. And how they found them, I have no idea. They said that they found them through a 15-second video. And it is beyond me which video that was. Because I've never mentioned that cousin or that side of my family on TikTok. It was just bizarre. And they were adamant that I was from Shettleston down in Glasgow. Okay. I'm very open about being from Shetland. But they heard Shettleston and they were like, I work in the NHS and she's not got a fucking record. And I was just like, I wouldn't down in Shettleston. The fuck? And also, say goodbye to your job, because that's just you broken all the confidentiality rules. The fuck. So I actually phoned her job and I was like, look, do you have this person that works there with you? And they were like, no, we've never heard of a person that works here by that name. And I was like, oh, that's funny. So yeah, it got resolved and it was fine. After that, it was more just explaining to my family. That's the only thing that's really scared me about it. I don't get any trolls now. So yeah, it's not really scary anymore. I kind of don't really know what to post in regards to the DID. I kind of said everything I needed to say. I suppose I could do more like skits and stuff. It just takes a long time to get those together for everyone to front and do that kind of a thing. But yeah, I don't know. Why do some guys have zero chill, thinking it's cool to catcall or comment on a girl's body in public? Because they're fucking pigs.
Yeah, that's about it.
They're fucking pigs. Men are disgusting creatures.
Majority of men are disgusting, and those that are like that are really just looking for the next notch in their belt. People who do stuff like that, I wouldn't pay it any mind. If you end up having like a conversation with somebody, oh my god, it fucking moves. If you're having a conversation with somebody, give me an example.
I hope you know that looks like you were staring at your crotch and you said, oh my god, it moves. What is that? Baby, no. Put the lighter down.
Moved. I didn't know it moved. If you're talking to someone like at a bar and you're feeling them and they're feeling you and they're commenting on your body and stuff like that, that's a little bit different. They're not specifically just catcalling. It's a form of flirting at that point. But if you just happen to walk into a club or walk into a bar and you just...
They're talking about public. Out in public.
Well, yeah, but you walk into a club, you're still technically in public. But if you're just walking down the sidewalk, they're most likely just looking for the next notch in their belt. And I wouldn't pay them any mind. So,
I would say that men that do that are incredibly insecure, and that's the only way they'll get attention from women. That's the only way they can, because they know that they're ugly inside and out. What's the best way to start a conversation with you? Hand me ice cream. Don't do that, actually. I don't know what you've put in it. Don't ever fucking bring me anything if I don't know you.
Hand me something shiny.
Just... Hey. But please have more to go on than that, because I'll just say hi and walk away. Have a conversation starter up your sleeve, because I will just like walk away. I need structure. I'll be like, hi.
Bye.
Bye. Like, I will just walk away. So have a conversation starter up your sleeve and something that I can actually respond to in great detail. How do you usually feel when you wake up? Tired.
Everything hurts.
I just feel tired.
Everything hurts and it's all tense and I hate it.
See, today, that's all the Tell Anonymous we have, babes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So the conversation that we are going to... Leviosa. The topic of discussion this evening is going to be trauma. Because a guest that we are having on, hopefully soon, is also going to be talking about trauma. So this is to tie that in. So we're going to start off with the foundations of trauma. So what is trauma? Trauma is a lasting emotional response to a stressful or dangerous event that can leave you feeling unsafe or helpless. How does trauma affect the mind and body? So the physical effects of trauma is fight or flight. The body prepares to respond to danger by increasing heart rate, breathing and muscle tension, nausea and vomiting. The digestive system shuts down to prepare for action. Headaches, a common physical symptom of trauma. Sleep disturbances. Trauma can make it difficult to sleep or cause nightmares. Long-term health problems. Trauma can lead to chronic pain, heart disease, and other long-term health issues. The mental effects of trauma can be flashbacks. Trauma can cause people to relive the event through flashbacks or nightmares. Emotional responses. People may feel anger, fear, sadness, shame, or numbness. Cognitive changes. Trauma can cause cognitive errors, excessive guilt, or idealization. Dissociation. People may feel numb, distant from others, or shut down emotionally. Self-harm. Trauma can lead to self-harm, suicidal feelings, or substance misuse. And what are the different types of trauma? There is physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, emotional and physical neglect, living with a family member with mental health or substance use disorders, witnessing domestic violence, sudden separation from a loved one, poverty, racism and discrimination, and violence in the community. Those are the different types of trauma. Personally, I had something saved. Did I take a screenshot of that? Nope. ACEs. Childhood trauma. Oh. So there's something known as the ACEs, and there's a test you can do to see how much out of a score of, I think it's 9 that you score. I personally score an 8 out of 9, which is an incredibly high score. But it's a good way to understand yourself if you need to. And it's a good way to show your doctors, because they might ask if you're going through trauma. Personally, I've gone through sexual and physical and emotional and neglect and childhood torture. Found that out, fun little fact. Half of the things she did was considered torture.
Jesus Christ. I did not know that. You're all kinds of special, aren't you?
I'm all kinds of fun. I've talked a lot about my sexual abuse. I mostly crack jokes about it because what else am I meant to do? I mean, it's what made me funny. There's nothing really else for me to say on trauma other than that I've gone through it. And if any of you need to speak, I'm here. Or if you need to get something off of your chest, you are more than welcome to email the podcast. Just please be sure to put in the email if you want us to read it out so that you get it off your chest, or just a place to send it so that you know that someone knows. I will say though that if you are a young person under the age of 18, technically I do not have any safeguarding issues, but I will pass that on to someone that I know that does and get advice from them on how to help you in that situation if you should like it. Yeah, that's really it for trauma. Other than, a DID is caused by childhood trauma. There's loads of different responses you can get. Sometimes, not sometimes, more often than not, in adulthood, you'll get diagnosed with mental health issues resulting with trauma, like BPD is caused by trauma. And actually not being diagnosed young enough with autism can cause BPD as well. That's more linked to females than it is males though. or it's more common with females, I should say. DID is caused by repeated childhood trauma, depression, anxiety. Those things can be hereditary, but they can also be caused by environments. And another thing about trauma is it's different for everyone. Me and Dakota could be in a car accident and he could get back in a car absolutely fine and not have a panic in the world about it. But I could be triggered by just seeing a car. I could panic and I wouldn't be able to leave the house or get in a car again without having a panic attack. Even though we went through the same trauma, everyone's brains is different. So just because one situation for you went like that, you hopped back into the car, another person might struggle really difficult to get back in that car. Trauma is different for everyone and it looks different for everyone. What's important is letting that person know that you were there to help and to listen and to just help them through it and be there. That's what's most important, is being there for someone who's gone through trauma.
And the response to that trauma can be shown in various different ways. You're right about the whole car thing. That is a very common thing to happen. But not every trauma causes something like that. Usually if a trauma involves some form of vulnerability, it can affect things more along the lines of in the bedroom. And so just understanding that there are going to be things that will show trauma without any other signs of trauma. Some will be in the bedroom, some will be in everyday life. Some of it is so minute that it's just something that they deal with. I mean, I've got trauma to the point that I can't walk into a Walmart by myself. Not for very long. I mean, I get anxiety attacks whenever I go into Walmart. Just because of the number of people there and the variables and stuff like that. And the reason I have that is not something I really want to discuss with people who are not specifically close to me. But that's my response to it. That's how I safeguard myself. That's how I handle what happened to me. But certain things can cause different reactions. I mean, it's very well could have been that I have no problem going into public. It's that I have issues being alone. It can show in various different ways. And you just have to recognize that not every response to trauma, not every sign of trauma is going to be the same. Some will be shown in the bedroom, some will be shown in everyday life, some will be shown in private, with just two people who are close to each other. You always have to think about that and just remember that there may be people out there who have trauma who don't show normal signs on a regular basis that you don't look at. I mean, give you an example, Robin Williams. He had a lot of trauma and nobody knew. I mean, his response was make people laugh. And he once said some of the saddest people are usually the ones who make people happiest. He was a comedian, a voice actor. He was all kinds of things, and now his trauma was different. Some people hide it as their response. So just understanding that sometimes you may just have to look at them and go, is there something you want to tell me that you've never told anyone else? Usually that'll help.
Yeah. Also, with sexual trauma, which I have, some people can go either way with it. Some people go completely non-sexual whatsoever. They just can't think of it. They have so much fear in the bedroom or when things start to get more intimate. Or they can go the other way and they become hypersexual. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I didn't know that. I thought it was just my hormones and that I was just a teenager and it was like just what happened. It wasn't until I became an adult and obviously got with Dakota that I realized that my responses to those situations were not normal. I'm not going to go into details because y'all don't need to know that. but I am hypersexual, and it's really difficult to maneuver sometimes. And it was a shock for him, for one. um, wasn't that bad? What?
It wasn't that bad.
No. What did I do?
You tried to take a chunk out of my shoulder.
Big tastings.
All because I touched your thigh.
Yeah, I do go from 0 to 100. That is another thing about that. But this is what I mean. I don't have normal responses. It's all or nothing with me in the bedroom. It's very difficult to handle, and props to Dakota for being able to handle it.
I'm gonna be entirely honest. I'm not handling it very well. I'm just kind of wandering around in the dark, blind, and finding random light switches. So I'm trying, but
And that's all I can ask is for you to try. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to bring up, is that hypersexuality, and you can flow between the two. You can go non-sexual one day and be hypersexual the next. It's completely normal. There are loads of resources online to help you understand these kinds of things. You just need to type the questions you have into Google and they will tell you. There's loads of sites like Rape Crisis, they can help. Women's Aid, Samaritans, they're all amazing sources. I know I would never use a helpline. I would have such crippling fear. But websites I do like. I like doing my research, and that helped me understand myself a lot. I had a lot of questions that I was afraid to find the answers or speak to someone about, and I found the answers for myself, and I found out that it was completely normal, and it wasn't something to be ashamed of. Probably not good for a conversation starter, but it was good to learn about myself, and there are resources out there for you guys if you need that. Same with domestic abuse, same with neglect, same with any of those types of traumas that we talked about. There's resources everywhere for all of those. You just need to type up resources for X trauma, you know. Maybe add in if you're a guy or a girl, and that'll help. There's even ones that are specific for LGBTQ folks that don't identify as male or woman, and they have resources especially for you, and it's very good. I have looked into them as well. I will try find a bunch of links to put in the description of this video, but I think I still need to verify myself on YouTube. So I will make
I would look into that first.
I will make a post on Instagram and Twitter, not Threads, and I will put the links in the descriptions of those posts so that you guys can have access to those at any point. Or should I put them in my link tree? I'll make a post.
We'll talk
It'll be
about
fine.
it after the podcast, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah. I hope you guys are okay.
Why do you look pissed?
Someone's back. And it's not the most recent one. Anywho, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you need help after this podcast, please, well, not help, but would like access to those links, then please let me know. I will post a Instagram shortly after this. Just so that you guys have it. We are here. Just DM not DM, send an email, and we're here. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a wee follow, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully with our new guest.
I will probably not be here, but we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
Hopefully he'll be in with the Tell Anonymous, but with the guest, then unfortunately he will be working. Yeah, which is sad.
Potentially. So, we'll see.
Although I'll speak about it later. Bye, guys!